The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I another part of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepares a table before ride in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. The cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. I go do it. We say we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of our ancestors, the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God. This is the voice of the patriot, your humble servant. My name is Blakk Rasta, and it's yet another beautiful day. Now we are speaking truth to power. This is the channel of power. And when we speak truth to power, we are only on the side of the truth. My brother, my sister. Oh, yes. This is a black pot, a.k.a. OPOKU-AGYEMANG, where we speak truth to power. And when we start opening the fire, it doesn't matter who the fire touches. But remember, we do not burn just for burning's sake. We burn to purify. In other words, we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, it will be on one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. Come here, my youth. How you mean? This is the black pot, a.k.a. OPOKU-AGYEMANG. And here we speak truth to power. Now, today we have about 5 very important issues to look at as usual. And they are very crunching. It's all about our nation, our continent, our people. Run the story, my youth. How you mean? Number 1, and it says, we won't stop Galamsey. Wenchi Akyem chief. We won't stop Galamsey. Who is this chief? This is the chief. And according to his accolades, he's also a doctor. I do not know whether he's a PhD holder or he's a medical doctor. But whatever it is, we will find out exactly what this chief is talking about. Run it, my youth. Watch the story as it rolls. Lord God have mercy. We won't and can't stop Galamsey. The youth have no other jobs. Chief tells Bawumia, run the story, my youth. Watch this. Now the chief of Akyem, Wenchi, and Wohini in the eastern region, the Sibre Dr. Asumedua Pia, has openly stated that the youth in Wenchi and its surrounding areas are unlikely to cease engaging in illegal mining, commonly known as Galamsey, despite effort to curb the activity. Now, according to Dasibre Asumedua Pia, Galamsey is the only source of employment in the Wenchi area, making it difficult to eradicate the practice. Now, he suggested that stopping it without providing alternative livelihoods would be futile. Instead, he recommended that the government introduces a new and more regulated community mining scheme. Hallelujah. This approach, he believes, would allow the state to benefit financially from the activity while preserving the environment. That Sibre Asumedua Pia also stressed the importance of involving traditional leaders as Nananom in managing natural resources. As the custodians of the land, they should have a significant role in overseeing mining activities. Now, he criticized the current practice where the central government from its seat in Accra grants mining leases and permits to companies without consulting the chiefs. The chief called for a change in his approach, to ensure the traditional authorities are involved in decisions affecting their lands. Sibre Asumedu Apia made these remarks during a visit by the new Patriotic Party flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who paid a courtesy call on him at his palace in Wenchi as part of his campaign tour in the eastern region. We don't have any jobs. No job opportunities within our community. The only job here is Galamsey. As for the Galamsey, it is not something we can stop if you tell us to stop. So all we are asking is that you give us good policies and guidelines to do it. That is all we are asking from you that bring us these policies. You guys have said we should do community mining. So for instance, I have sent an application to the district to do it. Dr. Bawumia emphasized the importance of protecting the environment and stated that his administration plans to focus on promoting community mining schemes, including the implementation of a more flexible licensing process for these activities. The Vice President also assured that traditional authorities will play active roles in the management and allocation of concessions. I think I haven't gotten to it right. For me, I think we should help small-scale mining. And if we can do it well, Galamsey would also do well. We need a licensing regime to make it easy so that people can acquire the license to work. That's should away. My brother, it's so embarrassing that a chief would open his mouth and say, listen, we can't stop criminal activities. We are thieves in our area, and there's nothing you can do. We'll still be thieves. We'll be thieves forever. All we need you to do is to give us licenses to be thieves. It hurts me, and I'm so sad. Come here, my youth. You see, Galamsey is illegal mining. The chief of the area says nobody can stop them from doing Galamsey because there are no jobs in the area. What happened to farming? What happened to carpentry? What happened to all the kinds of farming we have? Animal husbandry, crops, and so on and so forth. What happened to the schools in the area? What are they teaching the people? Are they only teaching them how to do Galamsey? So everybody that comes out of the school is a Galamseyer. I'm so disappointed. As a chief, I expected that the Wenchi Akyem chief, Dr. Asumedu, should have said, we are doing everything possible to be able to stop this Galamsey. It is harder because the youth have no other jobs and they are much attracted to this because it gives them quick money. Please, we need you to be able to come around and help our people to be able to get other sources of employment and training to be able to market themselves. You don't tell us that wherever we do, you can't stop Galamsey. What is Galamsey doing? Come here, my youth. Now, Galamsey is a very terrible thing. It destroys our environment. The chief here says he doesn't care. The youth can continue doing Galamsey. He himself has applied for a license so that his community can continue. In a few years, it's the same chief who will come back and tell us, oh, his area is destroyed. The rain is not falling anymore, like it's happening in Tamale. Malams are meeting at the police park to pray for the rain. They are praying for rain. But the things that you will do for the rain to fall, you don't want to do that. You are felling trees anyhow, destroying the environment. My brother, at the end of the day, when the rain is not falling, we all are crying. Malams go to pray, Christians go to pray, and then chiefs will go and visit, probably, the ancestors to be able to send us rain. Our ancestors are tired of us. Our ancestors are angry with us. We have common sense, yet it is so difficult for us to be able to stand on our 2 feet and implement this sense that is common. If the youth in your area do not have jobs, as a chief, what are you doing to be able to create jobs in your own way? The area is for you, right? Encourage them to go into farming. Animal husbandry. They can take care of fowls, goats, and sheep. People are making money out of this, but no, it's cheap and easy money. Galamsey, dig the land, pick up the gold, sell it, and build 10 houses in the next 2 months. My brother, Galamsey is killing us in this nation. Look how many of us are running helter-skelter, going to South Africa, going to China. What do we go there for? We go there, including Dubai, to go and look at greenery, greens. It's most unfortunate, my brother. And for the chief, bring his photo here. Let me talk to him. Nana, with all love and respect, I'm a lover of traditional authority. It's very arrogant for you to come out and say you won't stop Galamsey and you can't stop Galamsey. That's arrogant. The land was there before you. Respect the land. If our ancestors had gone into Galamsey, you wouldn't have come to inherit that land. By now, it would have all been gone. Today, you sit comfortably in your palanquin, enjoying yourself, and all you can do is that you will destroy the land because that is the only way you can make money. It doesn't make sense, Nana. It doesn't make sense. With all respect, very handsome chief, very responsible looking chief, but the utterances don't seem responsible. With all respect, Nana, don't do that. Respect the ancestors. Is it everywhere you can go about digging? I went to South Africa, Lesedi village, to go and shoot a music video. And I just wanted to pee. The bathroom was so far away from where we were shooting. We were shooting in the bush. Now, if I had to go and pee, I would have to walk all the distance so that I would go and pee. I just decided that, I would just pee in the bush. After all, it was in the middle of the bush. The moment I tried to unzip my trousers, a Zulu man tapped me on the shoulder and said, "You cannot urinate on our ancestors." I will never forget this. Siabonga Jabulani touched me on the shoulder and told me, "Hey, you cannot urinate on our ancestors. Our ancestors are sleeping here. You cannot urinate on them. They will permit you to walk on them. They will permit you to kiss the ground, but they will not permit you to urinate." I wish we had that kind of common sense of ancestral respect in our country. In Ghana, people piss. They urinate anywhere. They go down and release the solid one too anywhere. And when you check it out, my brother, it's sad. This is what Dr. Asumedu, the chief of Wenchi Akyem, is saying. We can't stop destroying the land. Let's continue destroying the land until you provide us with jobs. You cannot cut your nose to spite your face. I don't know how many people understand this. If you are angry with your face,
Blakk OPOKU-AGYEMANG. Blakk OPOKU-AGYEMANG. Blakk OPOKU-AGYEMANG.
it's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushuna, and here we speak truth to power. Come here, my youths. We just experienced a little bit of doom, so, and I'm glad that we bounced back quickly. It's the Black Pot. And my final message to the people of the area. Please, stop destroying the land. If you have no jobs, Galamsey is not the only job on earth. Educate the people. Some of them can be teachers. Some of them can work in the offices. Some of them can take up carpentry. Some of them can work at the radio station or the TV station. If the people come out in a communal labor, I'm sure they will be able to help themselves apart from destroying the land where you have buried your own ancestors. Did I say more? It's the Black Pot, aka OPOKU-AGYEMANG. And here we speak truth to power. Dash it away, my youth. Now, the next story we are looking at, we need to be very quick with that. Yes. Ghana to be ungovernable in 3 months. Ghana to be ungovernable in 3 months. You know what that means? I don't know. But this is attributed to the NDC. Ghana to be ungovernable in 3 months. Who is saying this? Who is saying this? Is this gentleman? He's not a little child. He's grown. He's an adult. There must be some sense in what this gentleman is saying. Let's find out if there is any. And he's a lawyer too. He's a lawyer. We shall make this country ungovernable in the next 3 months. Deputy NDC youth organizer. Run it, my youths. Hey, now the deputy national youth organizer of the opposition National Democratic Congress, Osman Ayarga, has issued a stern warning that the country will become ungovernable within the next 3 months if the government fails to address the pressing concerns of the people. Speaking at a rally on Saturday, August 10, Mr. Ayarga expressed deep frustration over the current state of affairs, citing widespread economic hardship, unemployment, and lack of basic services as major issues facing Ghana. Mr. Ayarga emphasized that the youth are particularly disillusioned with the government's inability to provide sustainable solutions to the country's problems. He argued that the continued neglect of the people's needs will inevitably lead to civil unrest as more citizens lose faith in the government's capacity to govern effectively. Dash it out. Has he said anything wrong? He's made a lot of sense. The country will be ungovernable in the next 3 months if government doesn't sit up and make sure that some of the major problems in the country are sorted out and corrected. Already, the chief and people of Wenchi Akyem are saying that they will never stop Galamsey until you find youth employment readily available, make it readily available for the people in the area. We all remember that the chief of Akyem also said the same thing. Nana Osajifu Amwetia also said until they build them a university or something like that, Galamsey will never stop in the area and they will not stop Galamsey. We all remember that. My brother, any chief who encourages the youth to go into Galamsey does not exude common sense. Any chief, it doesn't matter whether you are a king or a chief or an elder or whatever, you are a disgrace to the ancestors of the nation. Before Okonfo-Anokye walked on the ground, he prayed and begged the ancestors for mercy for stepping on their graves. Okonfo-Anokye walked barefooted. A lot of our ancestors walked barefooted in respect to the ancestors of the land. Today, you have the audacity to wear shoes. Shoes that are not even made in Ghana. Shoes made by the Chinese. Shoes made by the Americans and the British. You wear that, some of them so heavy, you could break the necks of our ancestors who are lying in their graves. You step on their graves with no mercy. You urinate anywhere. You go to toilet anywhere. You dig the ground anywhere. And when your crops do not grow anymore, you do not understand that it's because of disrespectful behavior and dishonor to our ancestors. That is why some of these things happen. My brother, our ancestors are not happy with us because we are not showing them enough respect. Any chief in Ghana and beyond who goes ahead to tell the youth and encourage the youth to be engaged in illegal mining and destruction of the land is not worthy of being called a chief. He has no respect for the ancestors. Our ancestors worked so hard to bring us here. we must also work hard to keep it, to protect it, to preserve it for generations yet to come. Or else, a time will come, all these communities will be blighted land. You know what it means to say blighted land? Land that has no use anymore. I am sad. What the gentleman is saying is nothing but the truth. We voted into power to be able to solve some of our major problems. If you are unable to do this within the next 3 months, it might bring us to a level of civil unrest. Already, some chiefs are threatening that they will embark on serious Galamsey and even more. It happened in Kenya. There's the possibility of this happening right here in Ghana. All we see you guys do, ride in big V8s, speak big English. You never come to us until it's time for election. It is most unfortunate. Whatever it is, my brother, I pray that we don't get to that level. I pray that we'll be able to make things happen. As for Bawumia, bring his photograph here. Dr. Bawumia, you went to Akyem, Wenchi Akyem, and you told the people in the area that you are going to encourage community mining. So you will give them licenses because you want to be president. Did you discuss with them how you'll be able to sustain the environment, preserve the environment? You will issue licenses for political gain. And when they destroy the land on permit and the rain stops falling, the whole land is polluted, your hospitals are inundated with sick people, then you will go around looking for loans to build hospitals and to buy medicines, a problem that you created. I'm waiting for that president who will say, listen, mining would only be in the hands of the nation so that the nation can work very hard to be able to control the degradation of the environment. How many people think I'm making sense? My brother, when you go to England, and I stand to be corrected, in America, the transport system is controlled by the states. In our country, no. A big chunk of the power is in the hands of private people. That is why you can stand anywhere on the road there and hail a taxi or a car. Trust stop anyhow. Whether it's a bus stop or not, they stop there. It's because they are private people who put money before human beings and law. How many people think I'm making sense? When you go to America, I've been to America. When you go to England, I've been to England. And you are waiting for the bus. Every bus has a number, 282, 211. When you go, you would have to go to the bus stop. And it tells you in how many minutes the bus will be arriving. So like human beings, you stand there and wait for the bus, public transport, and jump into it. If it's an Uber or whatever it is, you hail them up to a place. If there's no bus stop where you have hailed them, they will make sure that they stop at the nearest bus stop so you join them there and move. Not in our country. Even if your house is located in hell, they will make sure that the trotro stops there to pick you up. That's why there's no law and order. Vice President, I know you want to be president. I don't want you to be president. I have said it time and again. If you become the next president, I'll leave this country for you and the people who are numb to pain. I've said it. You are going around giving licenses, right? You give licenses to communities. Why don't you build schools there? Why don't you get them alternative employments like farming, tree planting, and so on and so forth, so that they will enrich the soil for the soil to bear more fruit? Hey, continue with your mining and see the kind of nation you're going to have. It's going to be worse than some of the countries that nobody wants to visit in the world. Did I say more? In the next 3 months, the government of Ghana, led by the finance minister, is going to be borrowing billions of Ghana cedis in order to pay debts and to do some other such things. They want to borrow for the last few months that they are in power. They will borrow the country debt. That's Shimawe. It's the black pot. aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Keep your messages coming in. And remember, we are live on YouTube. And we are also live on Facebook. Send your comments coming in. Share the broadcast. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, hey! Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Pot, Koku Show, man.
It's the Blakk Pot. Yes, the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunamo. And here we speak truth to power. Oh Lord God have mercy. Next story, my youth. How long will NPP take Ashantis for granted? Who is saying this? It's not me. This is the man. We all know him, right? His face is very popular on TV. His voice is so regular on radio. This is the man we're talking about. Why is he saying the NPP is taking Ashantis for granted? I do not like the tone of having to talk about ethnic groups, but I decided to choose this. Ejapadie, how long would Ashantis allow themselves to be taken for granted by the NPP? And this is Osei Akoto. Run the story, man. Former National Democratic Congress NDC member Henry Osei Akoto has expressed concern about Ashantis having the notion that the new patriotic party was created for them. Osei Akoto, who expressed this concern while reacting to the Ejapadie document, a supposed master plan of the Akyem faction within the ruling New Patriotic Party to keep hold on the party, indicated that details of the book should be an eye-opener to Ashantis. He, in an interview on XYZ TV, said, while Ashantis have always been fruitful, or very better still, faithful to the NPP, thinking the party is their birthright, the party has continuously been unfaithful to them, but they keep voting for them. Now, the things in the book show their evil plot against the people of Ghana as if we are foolish. And Akufo-Addo is the wise one. Look at the evil things Akufo-Addo and members of his family have plotted. People say all Akyems are involved in this, but this is not true. It is just a few people, the Chebi House, Ofori-Penyin, and those around them. And if you further read the forward, sometimes I feel pain for my Ashanti brothers and sisters. I am not being tribal, but I am stating what is in the book. I feel pain for the Ashantis. Till when would we be taken for granted? He quizzed in the three dialects. He added, if you go to the Ashanti region, people think the NPP is a party of Ashantis, but this is not true. I am an Ashanti myself, and I come from Akomu, Kumasi Asafo. When I was born in the royal family, nobody told me the NPP was for Ashantis. All we know is that we serve the Golden Stool and Asantehene. So why have we sold ourselves to the NPP? The former NDC national organizer hopeful cited the progress the government has made in the construction of the Swami Interchange as an example of the NPP taking Ashantis for granted. Did you hear that? He said the former NDC national organizer hopeful cited the progress the government has made in the construction of the Swami Interchange as an example of the NPP taking Ashantis for granted. He said that after 8 years in government, the NPP is now fixing pillars for the interchange just because of the 2024 election, which is in 4 months. Dash it out. This is the man. It might sound tribalistic, what he said, but The NPP has its roots in Ashanti. From when the NLM was founded by Osei Boafo Yaw Akoto, somewhere in 1949, my brother, my sister, all the way down, my brother, my sister, the NLM, National Liberation Movement, was an Ashanti party. It was a tribalistic party. The NLM was not the only party that was tribalistic. There was also the NPP, Northern People's Party. The Awas had their own party. The Gans had their own party. History tells us that, including the Muslims. Muslims in Ghana at the time had their own party. In fact, just before independence, so it was not even Ghana. You know what it was called? The Muslim Brotherhood. That was the name of the Muslim party. It took Kwame Nkrumah somewhere in 1956 to come out and say that, hey, let's ban all political parties that are embedded in tribalism and religion. And by 1957, entering 1958, all those parties were gone and disbanded. It was at the time that they decided that they would form the United Party. So from the NLM, National Liberation Movement, whose sign was this, which means Yatian were like this, but Yatian, Yankan. They founded what was known as the UP, or the United Party, with all these other parties coming to join. The Northern People's Party joined, the Muslim Brotherhood joined, the Ewe people joined, and so on and so forth to form the United Party against Kwame Nkrumah. Nkrumah still won and continued to win. My brother, my sister, the NPP is an Akan party, whether you like it or not. Its foundations are in Ashanti. Should I explain further? How long did it take for the so-called NPP tradition or the UP tradition to accept Dombo and put him into the Akan party, in quotes? They used to call it the Buzia Dankwa tradition. Buzia Dankwa. Now they have added Dombo. Buzia Dankwa Dombo. My God have mercy. It's a shame. Dombo was a very powerful Northerner who supported so much in the parliament. At the time called Legislative Assembly. He had the membership, he had the followers, and so on and so forth. He joined hands with the UP. He was alienated. It took some people to come out and say, hey, MPP, you are not doing right. Why have you taken the name of this person out? Dankwa Buzia. Now Dankwa Buzia Dombo. That's why Baomia is part of it now. He claims it's from the Dombo side. My brother, my sister, it is clear. As for the NPP, it is an Akan party because it has no respect for the Airways who joined them, for the Northerners that joined them, from the Muslims who joined them, for the Gans who joined them to found the United Party. And it's sad. It's the truth. But, again, we are growing as a nation. And it behoves us to be able to make sure that some of these things we fight. What are the things I'm talking about? Tribalism, nepotism, pluralism. Ejapadia is here. Is it true? Is it false? If it's false, how come a lot of the things in that document are being implemented? If it is true, why should it be so? So if you belong to a certain political party and you realize that they are gearing towards a certain tribal underpinning, then you must know that you are being boxed into it just to make the numbers and nothing more. So the brothers here says, how long would Ashanti people sit aside and be taken for granted? Own the party, be part of the party, join hands with some other people who have founded the party, take out tribalism out of it, the ethnic groups, and mention Ghanaians, human beings. Every political party in Ghana, unfortunately, is leaning towards a certain ethnic group. When you talk about the NDC, a lot of people tell you, oh, it's for the Ewes. The Ewes vote seriously for it. The NPP, they tell you it's the Ashantis. My brother, my sister, until we are able to cut ourselves the umbilical cords that join us to tribalism and tribal politics, we will never have a true leader in this country. We would have a certain village chief as our president because he's going to represent his ethnic group and tribe, like we have right now, Ejapade. Somebody wants to write it down. Until we cut our umbilical cords from tribal politics, we will continue to have village chiefs as our presidents representing only their ethnic groups. This is deep. Should I say it again? Until we cut our umbilical cords of tribal politics, we will continue to have village chiefs as our president who would only be interested or be serving their ethnic groups. Nothing more. It's inward looking, which is sad. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we will be looking at your comments and then also much more. My name is Blakk Rasta. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk pot, Koku show man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to share the broadcast. Let everybody get to know that we are live. You asked us to return to Facebook. We are back on Facebook. And then, hopefully from tomorrow, we would also be on TikTok live, so you can interact with us. Soon we're going to start opening phone lines, so you can also reach out to us via phone, and we will speak. It's the Black Pot, aka Kokushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. Let your comments roll in, my youth. Watch this. Mr. Humble says, good day, bro. I finally caught you live from Virginia. Hope you and family are doing well. Keep up with the great work you're doing for Manda Ghana. Peace and blessing. Love and respect, Mr. Humble. And Virginia, I love you guys, man. See you soon. Grace Saki, say hi. Wani Boy says, welcome back, my king. Wayo. Stephen Banda says, I'm listening to you, my king. Thanks so much, Blakk Rasta, for the teaching you always give us, man. And he says, thanks, Blakk. Wayo. Benjamin Obing says, light off. Boom saw. That was when the light went off. And we returned. I hope you were able to join us. Benjamin Obing says, I am enjoying the program. And he comes back to say, welcome back, sir. And welcome back. I want to say thank you so much. Labisa says, you are promising credit on phone, like the Western country where your economy is at its worst. Hey, this is deep. America that you want to copy. Do you know the number of USA citizens that are owing the phone companies? It's a big question. Stephen Banda says, low. Yeah, shedding. Sorry, Blakk. I am very happy you are back. Come here, warrior. Yeah, we went off for about 10 seconds, getting to 1 minute, and we returned. Stephen Banda said, okay, he's talking about the load shedding, right? Load shedding. Okay. Labisa says, and are we going to court like going to school? Bro Banks says, explain to us why you are late, bro. You told us that the time is 6 p.m. Anyway, the chief is too old. He shouldn't have said that. But there's a saying that a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Okay. So, Bro Banks, yes, you are right. Courtesy should tell us that when we are late for a certain appointment, we should always apologize first, and at the same time, we must give a reason why we are late. Yes, in fact, the power was off. And you saw the power 3 times the power went off in the broadcast. And that's why we started late. In the middle of it, it also went off again. That was the 3rd time. But my brother, we are making efforts to be able to deal with this power thing. Soon we'll be able to get our own gen set, a plant that will power us, and we wouldn't care whether the power is off or on when we are on. So when we finish, we can deal with the situation. We apologize one more time. It's the Blakk Pod. And the time still remains 6 p.m. so that you can all join us. Next story, my youth. Keep your comments coming in. All right? Now the next story says, where are the sincere leaders of Ghana? And this is Professor OPOKU-AGYEMANG talking. We all know Nana, right? That's her. She's the running mate of the new, did I say new? No, not new. The National Democratic Congress flag bearer, Mahama. And that's her. Very beautiful woman. She's an educationist. And she's saying something that I'm interested in. Run the story. Now, this story is taken from Ghana Web, and it says, we need truthful, sincere leaders. Professor OPOKU-AGYEMANG is speaking. Run it, my youth. He says, Professor J. Nana OPOKU-AGYEMANG, the election 2024 running mate of the National Democratic Congress, says the nation requires truthful, sincere, and trustworthy leaders, and urge the electorate to make informed decisions when they go to the polls on December 7th. Dash it away. What she's saying is the truth, isn't it? My brother, it's because sincerity is lost in our country, that is why we suffer. We put our friends and cronies in power, even though we know for sure they can't do the work. It's a payback. Chobo. We sit here and we don't care what happens to our nation. We are looking at how we can loot so we can have a good retirement. We don't care about our ancestors who fought to bring us here. And if this trend continues, a time will come, there wouldn't be a country called Ghana. We would have destroyed it, and all of us will run away into rat holes and mole holes. Where are the sincere people? And the paradox is this. We have more churches in Ghana than we have schools. More churches in Ghana than we have hospitals. Mosques all over the place. We are the most religious people right here in Africa. Yet we are the most indisciplined. Religion is supposed to discipline you. Religion says, this apple that you see is good, but don't eat it. You discipline yourself and stay from it, and God is happy with you. But it looks like the more religious we are, the more indisciplined we get. How can you put a malam, a renowned malam in office, and he's so indisciplined, stealing? You put a Christian leader in office, and he has dual identities. 2 different mothers, 2 different faces, 2 different dates of birth. Getting huge government contracts using the other name. Can you trust religious people anymore? That is why I, from an early age, told myself that it's not about religion, it's about the content of the character of whoever. To God be the glory. Please, let's look for sincerity. Let's look for loyalty rather than the religious tax. There are some people, they will never employ you if you're not a Jehovah's Witness. They won't employ you if you're not a Muslim. They won't employ you if you are not a Christian. They don't care. For them, the worst Muslim is better than the most knowledgeable heathen or fetish person. Since when? Nana is telling us to put away all the religious labels, all the fantasies, and come into realism. Let's look for people who are loyal, truthful, and at the same time, very, very sincere. When we get those people, our nation will get better. Run it away, my youth. Next story. And this is the final story, and I'm done. NPP threatens to expose bad appointees. There's a man who is so angry. He's a member of the New Patriotic Party. That's him. Very angry. He went to Bono recently, the Bono region, and he saw the rot and the incompetencies going on there. Just as Nana OPOKU is talking about. Sincerity is not there. Loyalty is gone. After all, they have the power. So they don't care what happens to you. When they want the power, they will pound your fufu for you. They will fry kelewele for you. They will do all these things. But when they get the power, you are nothing. As my best friend would say, nothing after the decimal point. Run the story. NPP General Secretary threatens to expose government appointees for neglect. Justin Kodua Frimpong is his name. Now, the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Justin Kodua Frimpong, has warned government appointees in the Bono region, cautioning them against neglecting their duties towards their constituents. Kodua, who recently concluded a tour of the region, expresses dissatisfaction with the behavior of some appointees who, according to him, have lost touch with the grassroots. Taking to social media, the NPP secretary shared his concern, stating, regional tour update. Feedback from my tour of the Bono region shows that some appointees have lost touch with their base. Don't force me to start mentioning names. Do the needful. Kodua wrote in a post on social media. That's it. This is a government in power. We need people like this, honestly. But they have to do more than just threatening to mention names. You have to mention names. What are you keeping the names for? To fry it as kelewele and eat. Let the names flow. The country is not for you. But the country at the same time is for you. It's for all of us. Until we start exposing rot. When the American police arrest you, you could be his grandfather. Don't make a mistake and say, I beg you. Hey, you are finished. I'm waiting for that leader who would make the police work very, very attractive. Make the police job so attractive. They know that when they leave office at the end of their service, they have some very good end of service benefits. So they won't toy with that whilst they are in office. But no, policemen are hungry. Thieves will wave carrots in front of them. They will take that. Pastors are hungry. Every temptation they fall to. Those who are supposed to keep the society standing, they are all hungry. So they sell out. Kodua, bring his photo here. If you truly love Ghana, please expose these people. What are you keeping the names for? We are more interested in our partisan politics more than the nation. Whatever it is, that's my way. It's the Black Pot, aka OPOKU-AGYEMANG, where we speak truth to power. And I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. Can we have the final batch of messages? This one is from Facebook, right? All right. Brabanks, Ndele, please don't say that to Baumia. Is he not your junior brother? Please stay with us all. Even if you are living, what about we those who cannot move away? Please stay with us if he wins. Don't worry. Before I leave, I will announce those who want to live with me. Come and join me. Be ready to go anywhere. Be ready to go anywhere. Be ready. Anywhere out of this country, we shall do farming. Are you ready? We shall do things that will come out of hard work. Baumia is not my junior brother. He's older than me. I look older than him because I'm hungry. I look older than him because I don't know how to steal. I look older than him because my beard is basa-basa. I look mabo because I don't know how to steal. I don't know how to be dishonest. All these politicians, they thrive on dishonesty. It's sad. Only one. Baumia might not be a thief, but if he aids thieves, he would be called a thief. Nanado might not be a thief, but if he encourages his cousins and nieces to steal, he is also a thief. Am I correct? Mahama may not be a thief, but if he encourages other people around him to steal, he would also be called a thief. If I am not a thief and I encourage people around me to steal, I am a thief. Labisa says, I don't blame them. About 95% of NPP big men are doing Galamsey. Wontumi can boldly come on national TV showing gold he got from Galamsey and flaunting it because his party is in power. And when I told him he should stop the illiteracy and all that, he told me I should go and bath. Which water am I going to bath with? You have destroyed all the water with Galamsey. In so ben, I mean, find you Chema Wuntumi. In so you must say, so no. Wama so no na ye pasa tafo I come hoyina say. Tano I say. In so ben, I find you nti ye twen so to a na ya pie so no naked ye to say nkwala and so na adware enu na so no kra enton this e kobom pae akro ben kra ni ebade nyakopon bibia mo bom pae mo pe ejuma mo bom pae asofo no so no omu toto factories edi ebie your friend saying asori no ejuma no ebe free here aba ewurade nyakopon hra henda Fireball chair. Abdul Rahman Kojo says, monitoring live from Qatar. May Allah bless you, Blakk. May Allah bless you too. My brother Gosway Jetta says, live in Kumasi. Come here. Wayo. Muhammad Banjaya says, aren't enjoying the session at all. It's on and off. Don't know whether it's with me alone or everyone. Run it, Brethren Blakk. Come here. Wayo. I don't know why it's on and off, but we are clean here. After the power blinked in the middle of the thing, twice it went off before the broadcast, and when we went on, it stabilized. But this is where we are. We will make money and buy a plant so that we will stabilize the broadcast. But how do you see our new set? You like it? And we are not even done yet. We are still building it. My brother, my sister, this is the Blakk Pot, aka OPOKU-AGYEMANG, where we speak truth to power. The comments are all gone, right? Okay, so when we return tomorrow, it's going to be more fire. When we speak truth to power. Until then, our numbers always roll on the screen. Please pick up the numbers. Send us a message. Do business with us. We are ready to do business with you. Put your business out there so the whole world gets to see for a fee. We are soon going to build our own TV station. Be part of this. In the interim, it's been the Blakk Pot, aka OPOKU-AGYEMANG, where we speak truth to power. Tomorrow, we shall see you again. Hey! Wayo!